Hey guys, Rocket Blade here with my friend Koopa. Say what's up.
I'm actually the sad elephant in the picture. Oh, I
What?
wish my species wouldn't be hunted down
I was
by
gonna,
poachers.
I was gonna do it if you wanted. So we're gonna do something a little bit different today. So apparently,
We're actually not going to play Far Cry 4. We're going to get out of this. This was an elaborate ruse. We're actually going to start today our Let's Play of Sonic Adventure 2. No, I'm kidding, but I do want to do that sometime.
oh, absolutely, absolutely, that game was a lot of fun. No, actually, I heard a thing. I've seen if you sit still, it would just end. Like, so you sit there, you talk to the guy, the main guy, who's I think voiced by Troy Baker. He goes away. If you sit still, you usually need to leave, and that's the end of the game.
Yeah,
So
man.
we're here to see how long that's gonna take.
We're going to see if this was worth the money. In fact, once we hit new game, pick the difficulty, why would we play the story? Why is that an option? Just Ubisoft, what you doing? Well, I mean, and once this loading screen hits, we're gonna start the imaginary, actually real clock. Come on, you can do it. You can load faster, faster, faster. This ain't Sonic 06. Come on now.
Well, it's an open world game. So
Now! So there's the imaginary clock going. Hopefully I'll find the Double Dare theme, because that's really what I want to put for this.
I know, like, damn, man, it's like, wow.
Hey Jerry, my son, why are you so black?
Oh, funny that you mentioned that. Far Cry 5, you can customize your character.
Yeah, I think we hinted on that in Fire Emblem. I thought you were going to say, funny you mentioned that. Did you hear Dub Trunks say, relax, he's not black? I thought you were going to
You know what's funny? And the funny thing about that, you know the internet's not outraging about it as I
No, it's one of
thought.
those weird things they would have outraged if they didn't do that.
I know, it's one of the funny things. I know, it's the opposite. Like, in fact, a lot of some of my black friends that asked about it, does that bother you? It's like, no, I found that shit hilarious. Okay, you knew about it. Like, it's kind of those things like with the whole Resident Evil 5 with like I some of my black friends were like, I think it's racist. They're killing, black zombies. Like, well, first of all, they're zombies. Second of all, it would be racist if we no black zombies in Africa. Like, what the hell?
This is the jar that contains female evil Robin.
Come on.
No, there's... Dang it. I was gonna say, no, there's Boogie, but then you went ahead and did the Super Mario Bros. Movie meme.
No, it's a monkey. Rest in peace, Bob Hopkins. Sadly, not longer with us.
Wasn't it Dennis Hopper?
Dennis Hopper, sorry. Well, he's dead too. Bob Hopkins, who played Mario, is also unfortunately.
He's like, I can't read this weeb shit. You're gonna have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that one day when I go to Japan. Luckily, Bluebird, my friend.
I'm gonna need that one day whenever Trump decides we're all illegal immigrants.
Well, me, you'll be alright. Then again, you probably want to leave too, then. He's alright, well.
I don't want to be here with that embarrassment to white folk.
Yeah, it's true what my Model Land says. He's white folks flavor flavor.
Yeah. It's the truest.
And
it's the truest
dollar
thing.
points are there because the Trump people can't take a joke.
No one can take a joke.
God.
It's
You
so
know what
full
I
of
hate?
sensitive bubbles.
Speaking of, you know what I really hate recently?
You know what grinds my gears?
Which, by the way, that's me.
DBZ Dokkan battle.
You know what's that's mean too. By the way, you know what grinds my gears? Like it was a Final Fantasy meme they did. Where I use a Phoenix down on oh shit.
Well, apparently they were like, he's got a Phoenix down, get him!
Well, listen.
They really didn't want them revived. They've been resetting this battle for like 12 hours. What if this was actually squirt guns they were firing? Just for kids that are doing it. They're not allowing weebs in this country. They saw the book. They were like, get down on the ground!
By the way,
none of that anime shit here!
By the way, the game looks beautiful.
Even though they said none of that anime shit here. Here comes the king of anime himself.
I know. Well, the meme was that, you know what grinds my gears? You can probably relate to this on RPGs, where you revive someone with Phoenix down, and you try to heal them, and then the person
goes and they instantly die
again. Yeah. Stop being. So the thing that's really upsetting I'm trying to get to is the fact that I hate how you know, the whole, you know, March for Our Lives thing, you know, the kids in Florida that got shot at, and they like want to like have better gun control. And I hate, like, okay, say what you will about gun control. If you're for it, fine. If you're against it, fine. But if some friends of mine on Facebook,
I think we should just scrap guns and use ninjutsu to solve our problems.
But I just hate
Do a
how,
bunch of hand signs and go
oh,
like
shit.
that guy. See, he's got the idea.
But I just hate how with I just hate how, you know, look, if you agree or disagree, that's perfectly fine. But I just hate how they're treating these kids like they're Nazis because they want better gun control. Like they're Nazis, they're pro-Nazi. They put these kids with their fists up, they put like Nazi, show little kids doing the Nazi salute. I'm like, these kids are not Nazis. These are kids that want better gun laws because all their friends get shot to pieces, and they want better
No,
gun
that Nazi
control.
is that one dog, right? That's getting that guy jail time because joke.
Poor Cal Dankula.
No one can understand concept of joke.
What is joke? You're being
Oh,
Nazi.
no.
Send him to the plague.
The freaking digital picture of the judge, that looks like a guy that looks so out of touch with the world. He probably know nothing about the internet beyond AOL, and that's it.
I would have said Donald Trump, but it's like, no, at least he gets on Twitter all the time. I can't make that joke.
Yeah, that's true. Because my God, dude, like, because he's saying, I talked about it on my podcast.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Oh, you know what our character looks like.
Wow.
But we kind of tell him, it's like,
Though if this was Far Cry 5, it would have been right here is where you design your character before he takes the selfie.
well, yeah. Which I do like that, though. That's a cool little option.
So we can't really hear it because we don't have the volume that loud, but can you hear it well enough? Is he going for like an accent, Troy Baker here?
I think he is.
Like what accent? Can you hear?
Maybe an Asian, I believe, because they're like a different. They look Asian to me. I'm sorry, guys, if they're not. I'm not trying to be racist.
No, I'm just literally trying to figure out if that's like an accent or not, or if it's just like a weird performance where he's trying something, but it's like he flip-flops. Because, well, Troy Baker would do that because he's an expert. But there are performances, like they try to go for a voice, and then they forget their voice, and then they are like a completely different...
And it happens tonight. That even in Sam Washington, who was, I think, British, was doing Hacksaw Ridge, which is a great war movie, by the way. This time, it's very noticeable. It's hard to spot where he breaks the American accent. You kind of hit a little bit of the British in him. So it happens. Okay, he's a professional. You don't notice unless you pay attention, but it happens sometimes.
Are we about to play a children's card game?
Right? Speaking of which, you want to talk about Tristan?
Oh boy, guys. So, those of you who know about Duel Links, we introduced it on the channel like way back. I'm honestly surprised we haven't gone back to that game.
We should.
But again, it's like, I don't know, those openings aren't really as like chance and luck based because you're guaranteed to get the card after a while. So there's not really any investment as much as like Fire Emblem is. Because like you could get it, you cannot with Yu-Gi-Oh, which makes it honestly a better game. You're guaranteed to get it. It's just luck if you get it sooner or later. But that's beside the point. So a while ago, Tristan's files were like leaked out, like he had like character model and whatnot, and some lines. Apparently, it's not for him being a character, it's for an April Fool's gag coming April 1st. So, for those of you who wanted the meme god to give your deck super strength through his voice, all it's gonna be is a voice of crying.
That's disappointing though.
Well, hey, maybe with enough like people like complaining, like I think you're about to mention, he'll just be a character sooner than later.
Why not? Well, more the merrier, I say.
I mean, you pretty much have all of Yugi's friends except for him.
Yeah, why not?
So, I mean, we might as well just make that roster much more larger in comparison to the dwarf roster that's Jet.
Right.
So we finally got a character with Jesse, so thank goodness for that.
Yeah.
One more to add.
Cool.
Now watch as I sensually massage this man. You like that, don't you? You like it! You love my massages. He really just, it cuts him apart how sensual it feels. Get it? I stabbed the knife in him Everybody laugh. Laugh!
Please don't kill me, boss. But Cooper, what do you thought about the whole kids marching through the lines of people comparing them to Nazis, even though they're like...
Because, yeah, they're totally going out and killing Jews by wanting guns, which are the things that kill people, to not kill people. You know? Oh, I'm so backwards. Can't we just...
I know, isn't it just like, okay, like I mentioned before, if you want to, like, if you agree or disagree with someone, that's basically fine.
Yeah.
But it's you know what it reminds me of when I see that stuff? I mean, it's minor compared
You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of Game Informer saying the Oregon Trail is the best game ever.
Well, like 104.
I know, I'm exaggerating,
but it was better, just by saying by 1 point, it's better than...
It was better than this game.
Yeah. Apparently. So, yeah, so it was one... Yeah, and...
So now's the big meme where we're gonna just set the controller down and do absolutely nothing. Oh yeah. Time to wait it out. You know, it'd be a really messed up thing if it was like, hey, since it's your first playthrough, you can't do this. You gotta come back in a later playthrough to do it. But no, we're gonna be considerate. We're gonna be nice. We're not gonna touch anything in fears of like screwing it up.
Yeah, right.
Because we could.
I've been put it down.
We very well could. So enjoy this nice scenic view. Actually, and also the Double Dare theme has been going on a very long time. I thought we've already would have been done by now.
I know, right?
If I did find it anyway. If not, it might be something. Might be some other stuff. I don't know. It depends because Double Dare is a really old thing.
Yeah.
So I might not even be able to find the music.
True. But it's just one of those things, like, I hate, look, like I said before, I mean, you agree with me yourself, like, you agree with me, like you want to agree.
Let's just be civil, let's not prove Zamasu right, guys.
Yeah, like, you know what it reminds me of, I was trying to get to, that's like, you're losing an argument, and you know as a person's misspelling it in one of the words, and you write how to privately announce, it's like, dude, okay, you're not
Ooh, small victory.
Small victories, is like,
+10 to Gryffindor.
It's like, seriously, like, dude, I get it. You're passionate about it. I know a friend of mine on Facebook is very passionate about this. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want people attacking him, but he's very passionate about this stuff. But he's like posting this stuff to me, and he's trying to get like a rise out of me, I guess. I mean, we're not mad at each other. He's trying to like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, they're not Nazis. They're kids that went through a horrible tragedy and they want like better gun laws.
Yeah, you know who are Nazis? Those hyenas in the Scar song. Those are Nazis.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which, there are people, a lot of people, because they're gonna do like a live action Lion King. They're gonna take that song out.
Yeah, I'd be miffed too. Just make them not march like Nazis if you really want to not do that.
Well, I'm not sure why. Maybe that's probably part of the reason they're doing that. Just have this do like a normal like army march, you know, like you know, I mean,
still, I don't know why you're trying to like censor that, Disney. No one's ever gonna not forget Donald was a Nazi too, you know. That's gonna be memed forever, for all eternity.
Yeah.
There's no hiding that.
I think Warner Brothers did. Because I think in their app or whatever they show the really racist cartoons, but they're like upfront. This sort of product of its time. Obviously, we do not agree with the things that are going on now.
Also, we're sorry.
Pretty much. It's just there for the people that want to see it and how it was, but please we're upfront and saying that we do not agree with this in any fashion, in any way, whatsoever.
What if this was just a big troll on us and we can't do this for our first playthrough of the game and we have to play through it legitimately and it's only on subsequent playthroughs?
That would be terrible. What does mean?
Let's
it'll
just
be a
hope.
troll. It'll be some
Inception trolling, yeah, man.
In April Fools and in April Fools.
Looks like we were the fools all along.
Because we just saw this like in random like lists or whatever. We've never like just done this little thing ourselves for Far Cry 4 or so.
Yeah. Speaking of Far Cry, I played Blood Dragon. Wow, that game was amazing.
That game was a meme. IGN 7.8 out of 10. Too much techno.
Good. Excuse me.
Oh god, he's so caught up. He's just like burping massively.
I know.
That's what happens when you have the power of 7-Up. Drink of the preferred Dark
Well, I
Lord
just have
said.
Mountain Dew, but yeah.
Well.
But 7-Up didn't help either. But it's one of those things like, man, it is like, if you're an 80s horror, oh my god, it fulfills that for you. It's so... That's probably one of the most weirdest side quests in the game, where you go around and blow up sharks. It's that crazy and over the top. Not because people are being eaten by it or being saved of the
Hey, you think it would be funny if I just put Jeffy in that chair right there, just like sitting there looking at you?
If you could, I mean, when I'm not moving, I mean, if you could pull it off, I will applaud for you, my good sir. If you manage to pull that off. But, so, I'm really looking forward to the movie this year, Infinity Wars. Man, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to that.
Looking forward to everybody dying.
God.
Such a feel-good movie that's going to be.
Jesus.
After everybody, like, bitched at, like, Disney and Marvel for keeping it safe, it's like, well, you guys wanted this, I'm sorry. You left us
It's
no
true.
choice.
It's true. I wanted this, but it's more like, yeah, because I'm gonna bring my argument up. Like, part of the reason why I liked BVS more than Civil War was because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love both films, but I like BVS more because it's the second movie in. They're taking risks. They're doing all these things to really stand out, and at least to me, in my opinion, for the most part, it succeeded. Civil War, I thought they were going to answer to do the same thing, even crazier. So they got 7 movies under their belt, and they played it safe. And I was like really disappointed with that. I'm like, at the very least, you would think War Machine was going to die, but he survived. Like, he fell from so high, that would have killed anybody else. And like, it just felt like it just played it safe. Like, it saw BBS like, nah, okay, everyone lives. I'm like, no, stick by your guns, man. At least hopefully with Infinity Wars we do get it. Of course, we're not gonna be happy with the end result, obviously, but it's just one of those things like, oh my god. Of course.
Welcome to a weird version of Rockin' the Blade podcast, but we just sit in a place for like 20 minutes. Is that how long it's been now? It's been about 20 minutes.
Well, remember, it was a cutscene earlier, and the loading, and people running away, and
it's just, it more like it feels like forever, because it's like, I hope we're doing this right.
Me
By
too.
doing nothing.
I know.
Should have looked at that ahead of time. That's what professionalism.
Oh well, if we don't, we'll still upload it for the sake of like.
Uploaded to make it look like dumbasses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why not?
Giga the fucking D.
I'm botching that. Stick around. There you go.
Stick around for more botches brought to you by 7-Up.
So also I'm looking forward to as well. Deadpool 2. I was really worried for that first, because I heard the test screening for the first one wasn't so good, but then they did some reshoots.
Because you get me here. This was the original premise, alright guys? I have the scoop. See? Domino was sad because her parents were dead. So Deadpool, risking the Earth, time traveled to save her parents. That's the plot of Deadpool 2. But they changed that BS, so you don't have to worry about that.
I know Koopa was making a joke of why the first test screens for Deadpool probably wasn't well received, and thankfully they fixed it. Now it's amazing. Now there's a trailer behind it, so there was. That's actually the plot through Alice Through the Looking Glass. Spoiler alerts. That's the actual plot, and no, we're not fucking with you. That's the actual plot of the movie. You know, I'm like watching.
It's on Netflix. Check it for yourselves.
Oh yeah, and it's on Netflix. So those Netflix subscribers,
we need to watch it.
I know, right?
I haven't even seen the first Alice movie.
Doug hates the first one. He likes the second one better. I mean, granted, the first one was perfect, but at least had a story.
7.8 out of 10. Not enough sad Mad Hatter.
I'm like, we're doing this. This is the best they can come up with for Alice. The Mad Hatter is sad, so we're gonna erase the world for his happiness. Really? That's the best.
You're a good little Christian girl.
I probably could have come up with something with a better plot than that. Come on, like for real. Is that the best we can come up with?
Yeah, like Maleficent stealing a horse. That's a pretty good Disney part, right?
Oh my god. But I am happy that, well, speaking of Disney, I am looking forward to one back.
Hopefully we're not like standing up like idiots and we're supposed to just sit back in the chair.
It looked like he was already sitting,
I mean, I wasn't paying attention to the cutscene. I don't know if he just standing up like a big old faggot. Like, I'm just here, being stiff. That is one of those things, guys, where professionalism advice for upcoming YouTubers like us to you. Check ahead of time if you want to show this off to make sure you know exactly what you're doing before you record it.
Yeah, that's true. That was my fault. I think we were so excited for like
Well, no, I was just so happy that I finally got that catch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, yeah, because Fire Emblem, like, he finally got what he wanted. So good for him on that. Which, by the way, is an excellent mobile game. From what I've seen, looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one and few times, like, I actually put money in there. Granted, like, you don't have to. If you've seen the gap between the first Rabbit video and the second one, I got back to 100 in about less than a week's time, you know.
Where Dragon Ball Z is...
Good luck getting one stone even during a week.
That's bad. They should at very least give you that option to do that. At least, like, come out with it. And they do have things like that, but they don't, like, rotate them enough for you to get them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It seems like they don't help bent on just...
Well, you had fun. I'll give us money.
Right? For real. Like, I kinda hate that.
And that's why I dropped that game like a sack of rocks.
Yeah.
I haven't even logged into it in a while either. Like, that's how much I don't care about it anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you for real, considering how much you spend in the games like just being a no finger.
Yeah, I mean, here's to put in perspective. I've only spent around, like, I think total for Fire Emblem about 30 now since I bought that 10 and then I did 20 for Micaiah. I've been more happy with what I got with that 30 than, like, the probably 200 to 300 I spent on Dokkan. Granted, it would have been a lot more if I didn't use those cheap methods in terms of stone getting that I used back then. So,
Yeah.
the things I could have done with that.
It's alright.
Like get Robin.
Well, he's got one, bone, so...
And again, I'd rather just wait until she comes back next time around, which that's probably when you guys will see me next for Fire Emblem, is when that legendary banner comes back around. Yeah, sometime in May.
Yeah. I know Coop be looking forward to Deadpool too, huh?
Oh yeah, because that was like my favorite superhero movie just of whatever year it came
2016.
out. Yeah.
It was really good. I mean, he loved it. Mine was BVS, but it was one of those things. Had not Civil War nor BVS come out of the year, Deadpool easily would have been my number one. Easily. It's like, if those two weren't there, oh my god, yes. Because, man, and it's thanks to that movie we even got Logan the way we did. Otherwise, it probably been 15-13. Probably still been good regardless, but it would have been not as raw and in your face as it was had it not been for Deadpool. So, it left a perfect landmark in terms of like this already comic movies. I know people are saying, what about Blade? Look, hey, I was, even back then as a kid, I was a big nerd into comics. And even I didn't know Blade was a comic book hero until, like, I watched the first movie. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the early,
I just thought he was a big scary black man.
Okay, I mean, back in the late, 90s to early 2000s, when we thought of superheroes, what comes to mind? X-Men and Spider-Man. Blade was, that was one of the first properties that were bought by both, from Sony and Fox. You know what I'm saying? Sony was, Spider-Man and Fox.
Like, how when you think of anime, what's the first faces that come to mind? Well, Corey from Corey in the House. Drake and Josh from Drake and Josh.
Thomas Jenkins. Oh my god, like, freaking Filthy Frank, man. Ever since he said Corey in the House, that's like the best anime. I wonder if that kid actor knows about that.
Yeah,
you know what's funny?
Wonder, man.
You know what that's mean? That was actually halfway decent Disney Channel show, believe it or not.
For real? Because I never sat down. I
Wait.
think we triggered it finally. I think here it is.
Oh.
Yes, we didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, it is, because according to I saw that, I think there was a lady with the robot that said it, like, if you just Because the one in the creepy bracelet with the robot, like, I don't know, because Cooper jokingly said,
Yeah, Skynet.
Skynet, or I don't understand what she's saying.
Yeah.
She was like,
Oh, right, yeah! We just beat the game, guys!
yeah, how long did that took, Cooper?
According to this little timer thingy, it just hit a little under 30 minutes.
Wow.
And that's with cutscenes and everything. And then that little bit of prep time probably that we did in the beginning. So I would guess probably around 24, 25. The exact timer will like ding 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 once it like, you know. I would have said and stop the timer, but I was just so distracted by like, oh my god, we didn't fuck it up.
Well, because remember the bracelet he said, when you leave, don't move. And that's, I didn't read at a time. Put it down.
And now to do this on my game file.
I want to
load up my PlayStation.
I mean, I laugh to get a trophy for this too.
You have to. It's like so obscure not to give it, you know?
Right, for real. But yeah, well, I was, even though I wasn't sure, I was just shooting the shit with you. It's so much fun.
So that was Far Cry 4. Man, I'm glad we got that on a sale though, because my god, that was very disappointing. Just you stood there and you beat the game. Like, what's the point of even going through it and paying full price if you just here you go, you did it.
Yeah, because you want, I guess, like put like Barry's relatives somewhere and
ashes or whatever. It's like a monument of respect. I don't know. We're not paying attention. We don't know the plot. We'll do that when we actually play the game. I guess
he liked you a lot because apparently he was like fucking everybody except the character.
Well, you know, he liked you because you actually stayed. He came back and he saw that you were actually there, and he was like,
I guess I gotta move the place.
He was like, nah, nigga.
So I gotta at least move. Just
okay, we get to at least move here. Yeah. And whoop, you did it. You beat the game.
I love you and always with you, Mom. Oh, okay, so this is Mom that died or whatever.
Hey, look, it's a little baby. And then he kills you. Yeah, we got it! 1 of 20. Yeah! We did it! Yes, very. That's what he said to me after I got Catria. It's like, oh good, you feel better now for paying the $10 you big fat. Why we just randomly have a seizure there?
I don't know, this was just kicking off.
The drugs are starting to work. Injected cocaine directly into our bets.
That was
what a beautiful game.
That was
10 out of 10.
That was it.
I've spent 30 minutes worse.
That was it. Well, I mean, I try to keep interesting topics stuff. So
yeah, because really, that whole time I was so worried. It's like, are we supposed to like sit down and do?
Baker, according to that bracelet that creeps you out, jokingly, of course.
I swear she's a robot, man. Tell
me
I'm not wrong. Tell me that's not GLaDOS.
I forget the channel.
It's called GLaDOS Plays.
Well, I'll try to look it up and maybe have Koopa
GLaDOS is top 10.
Put it up real quick, but yeah, she just says to put the controller down, don't move, gotta wait a bit, but eventually he'll come back, take you to the thing, take you to the tractor home, we're back home, and then that's it. And he did it, and then we did it.
Man, and all those who played the actual game and just didn't do this, don't you feel like idiots?
But again, Ari was he's kind of the evil dude, so no way, you know.
But it's Troy Baker. How can you not side with Troy Baker? It's the perfect ending.
I just laughed, was like, I can't believe we did it, you know. I was a bit worried, but like, I was like, give it like maybe an hour, and after a while I was just gonna give up for the fact.
Yeah, because I was about to ask you. Okay, so how long do you want to give this before we like?
Yeah, about a good hour, you know, before the timer of the PlayStation recording gives up. But since he came back in time, even with cuts and everything, that was it. You gotta move a little bit to place to shine.
Yeah.
Get a little collectible, but.
Well, you didn't even have to do that. That was a bonus. That's what ensured you the druggy ending, because that was actually drugs that you picked up. And you snorted it really quick before you came back on the copter with him.
Alright guys, that was the video.
That was all 112 parts of Far Cry 4, summed down to about 30 minutes of game time, which wasn't even any game time. It was just a cutscene.
Yeah! Alright, Koopa, thanks for even helping me with this. I appreciate it.
And thank you for being the one to play that really hard tedious requirements to get this ending. That had to be a harrowing task. I know I couldn't do it. I'm too much of a scrub to even pull that off. That was some
Alright,
poor
guys,
skill
well,
at work.
even though it was just me just standing here, just looking at this beautiful mountain backdrop, I hope you enjoyed the
While
conversation.
Jeffy sat there, I hope.
And I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed our conversation. Please make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. As always, Rocket Blade signing out. I want to see you guys again real soon. Peace out, and have a great day.